Hello and welcome to another episode of Obscura Undead. I'm Mouse. I mean, fucking fuck.
Ozzy, yeah, that was amazing. For the record, you are not Mouse, but I mean, we could take turns.
No, I just want to be Azzy.
Okay, I'm Mouse.
I'm Azzy.
And I'm Malek.
Our very special guest for this week, Malek picked the album for us to listen to. What did we listen to this week?
We're listening to Gemidos, Necrofilicos. This is a band from Chile. It's a death rock post-punk, although for me, they're leaning more towards post-punk. It's very, very interesting band. We cannot find a lot of information, but what we have so far, it's Sebastian in the vocals. In the bass is I don't know how to pronounce this one. It's you know how to pronounce it, Azzy?
Let me go find
Asiago?
it. Asiago?
Asiago, okay. And then there's another vocal in the band.
That would be the keyboard.
Okay, because I hear her voice on at least 3 tracks as well, doing vocals.
Yeah, it's also the person who does the art for the album. They have an Instagram page with their art and their portraits and stuff like that. We can link it in the description below. But it's called Antea.
Antea. Okay. So Antea is the keyboardist, does the artwork, and also has some backing vocals. Okay.
Yes, voz secundario.
Correct. Exactly. So
I read it.
The guitars, Pipe Necrofilico is the guitars. And I think that's all. That's everybody in the band. So 4. It's a band of 4 people.
Yes. Okay. And I think they've been making music since 2006?
Yes.
And you can find a lot of their music on their Bandcamp. This album that we're reviewing today is called Relatos, Malditos. And it was released on March 15th.
Mm-hmm. This one, first track I think is like one of the best tracks, Kutun. It's just so fucking catchy and dancey. I opened my set with it last weekend at the Return to the Batcave stream, and I love it so much. I love the vocal delivery.
It is very upbeat, post-punk, and we were looking at the lyrics, and I guess there's like a story behind the lyrics. Can one of you explain it real quick?
The story behind the lyrics is a very interesting, well-known story in Chile about like a haunted house that was constructed on top of a graveyard, basically. And so you would hear people calling the owner of the house. So the story in the whole entire lyrics is basically telling you what happened. It's amazing. I love that track. I find that it's very danceable.
Yeah, I love that it's so like perky, but then the material for the music is like this haunting lullaby, but it's like making you sympathetic towards the creature or monster, whatever it is, I don't know, that haunts you at night.
Yeah, the monsters need friends too.
Yeah, sure.
I did not realize that it was about a teddy bear, though. Or at least that there's a part about a teddy bear. That was like...
It mentions the teddy bear.
It mentions a teddy bear, but we don't know if that's the...
Not about
that. It is not, but it mentions a teddy bear, and I was like...
It mentions the teddy bear. Yeah.
Some very strange lyrics, I think.
Well, like all of their albums, it's very spooky lyrics. And I really enjoyed this track. For the second track, we have El Cuero. And the synth in the keyboard, they use the keyboard. In this track, love this so much because I don't want to spoil it, but I have a
Spoil
song.
it.
I have a song in our project for future music that we're gonna release. That it uses some of the elements that you can find in the second track of this album, which is amazing.
Malek's talking about them and I have a band. That's what they're talking about. But what I really like about this track is the like last 10 seconds or so. You get this like really rockabilly bass line, and I'm just like, where the hell did this come from? I love it.
It has some strange clicks that I thought were mouse clicks. Like it sounded like computer clicking, and then you've got this crazy like piano piece happening in it, and that's a lot going on for 2.5 minutes.
This album is a lot going on for 21 minutes.
Yes. There's so much going on in every track, and each track lays out almost a different mood or different feeling. So there's enough variety in all 8 tracks.
Yeah, 8 tracks.
I agree. Yeah.
And they're like 2.5 to 3.5 minutes long.
Another one that I really liked was El Puente Negro. I don't know what that means, but I thought this one had more of a modern post-punk feel. It didn't sound so much like a death rock band in this one, but I was totally okay with that.
And that's what I love about this band. You can find sounds that are very punkish, if you will, like death rock, and then you find yourself dancing to the most amazing post-punk, and I like that. Puente Negro means black bridge, basically.
Black bridge?
Yeah, so that's what it means. And it's a great track. I also like it a lot. I mean, I enjoyed this album. The entire week I was playing it.
What's another track that you liked, Azzy?
I really liked, I liked track 7, the Misfits cover, Halloween.
That was like the highlight of the album for me.
That was a surprise, and I'm so happy.
I see that it's called Halloween, and then as you're listening to it, you're like,
it's like, wait a second.
The Misfits Halloween.
But he's not trying to be Danzig, and it's in Spanish.
Yeah, so it's just a total reworking
Great.
of this with Spanish lyrics, and I'm so here for it.
I know, and I love that you don't recognize it as like the Misfits track right away. It reminds me of so I was listening to a lot of Paralisis Permanente over the weekend, and like the Bowie cover that they have, like I didn't recognize that was a Bowie cover. Yeah,
because they weren't trying to sing like Bowie.
No,
not at all. It's in Spanish. They weren't trying to sing like Bowie, and that's what I liked about this cover. It's in Spanish, and it didn't sound like Danzig. You don't have like, what is it, like Shrek 2 on DVD?
Oh my God, mother. Good job, guys.
That's what I enjoy about this band. It reminds me so much of our project, Nancy, because we go and do, let us say, a cover, and then let's change the lyrics to Spanish or something like that, right? And I like that. We need more stuff like this.
We do. Not everything has to be in English. We don't have to be stuck in listening to English language music. There's so much great stuff that's out there that you may not understand the lyrics. Like I don't understand the lyrics of this necessarily. I understand like some of it, but at the same time, it's just like, I feel like I'm just in a spooky place, and that's all I really want to be. I just want to dance and listen to spooky music.
This is spooky music. Also track 6, Soplando Cenizas.
Soplando Cenizas. I love that track.
Haunting,
one of my
keyboards. There's that double vocal going on.
Oh gosh, that double vocal.
I love the backing vocal. Just her backing vocals are amazing in this. And while the lead singer, his stays like pretty stable,
Right.
and hers like goes with the melody. I thought
Right.
that was really interesting.
That really kind of like caught me by surprise, because elsewhere in the album where she had been singing, it was good or to the point of just being off-putting for me because it didn't sound great, but I get what they were trying to go for, like a discordant vibe.
That one you were talking about is La Cucamula, track 3.
Oh, it's La Cucamula?
Yeah, La Cucamula is the one where the female vocals come in, but it sounds a little discordant.
I did not like that.
Okay, but this track 6, it was done very well.
Yeah.
I thought it was done very, very well. And you know, I just like the spooky yet dancey vibe.
Yes. Los Brujos, another great track I really enjoy. The bass in the drums. They don't have a drummer. That's another thing we should mention. They do it synthesizers and stuff like that.
That's what a lot of modern post-punk
drum
does.
machine, or they use the keyboard, which they, you know. But I don't want to say they don't have the information. So I don't feel in the liberty to say. I guess for future interviews we can interview them and ask them directly. But yeah, I love it. Los Brujos, it caught me. It was very, very good track. I guess everybody who's into this should listen to it, see if they like it, and jump in their Bandcamp and give it some love.
Yes.
Also, they're on Spotify, so if you want to go for the Bandcamp stuff, go on Spotify, listen to it, support and follow them. Do all you can do to support great dark underground music.
Right. So if you're a fan of dark post-punk,
message.
this album's for you.
Yes, definitely.
And check out their older releases. We even listened to their previous release that came out in February 2019 earlier today.
In our Monday listening parties, where on Twitch we listen to the album that we review every single week.
And sometimes they're super short, so we'll throw on an extra album or play an entire discography.
Yeah.
Also, please make sure to follow the Shrouds, the band Shrouds.
Oh.
Who's Shrouds, Malek?
Follow,
Who's
It's
Shrouds?
Shrouds.
Who is this band right here?
Oh, you own their merchandise?
I mean, duh. I mean, I love post-punk death rock music, and I felt like I needed to own their shirt. It's great. It's a great album. I like it very much, and I think you should check it out as well.
All right. Well, next week I think we might review the new release from The Long Losts, a band out of New York. And this is the end of our review. Malek, thank you so much for the album this week and for joining us.
Yeah, good pick.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, like, click, subscribe, follow us on our socials. We're Obscure and Dead everywhere. And as always, we would like to thank our lovely Patreon supporters. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
This ignorance of consciousness, despair.